Okay. This is a very solid land, though often the more ally-heavy archetypes are looking to be more assertive, so spending 5 mana to create an ally is less valuable. Earth Kingdom Jailer, very good card in the strongest color. Combustion Technique, also an option, good in Teamer Lessons. I've had some decent success in like blue-red spells type decks. I think these are the only two real considerations. Yeah, I don't think Jasmine Dragon Tea Shop is quite in the running. Like, even if we were in a solidly allies deck, this would just be a straight up better card. I like going in white, so let's just start there. Not seeing much. Let's see. Allies at last. Green-white actually has very good stats on 17 lands, which I found somewhat surprising because it doesn't come together for me all that often. This guy is definitely decent if you get enough sacrifice synergies. Pretty much just like it in black-white, but not going to take it here. Water Tribe Captain. Yep. If we wanted to stay white. I think Allies at Last is maybe enough better than... Like, these guys are both pretty much filler. Like, they're fine. Maybe we would have picked up Lost Days if we had started with the Redburn lesson. But happy enough to take Allies at Last here. Worth remembering, in Pack 1, there was the... audio here. Let's see. Bink. I think just probably Glider Kids. Judy is good if you're in that archetype. I do like this archetype. Again, it's not good, and you really need to rely on either the power of the black rares or the black-white enchantment. But it is fun. I think Glider Kids is just strong enough that we can pick it up. No. Compassionate Healer, probably. So, a bunch of, like, fine cards to start with here. I think Compassionate Healer is... Like, there is some of this kind of lesson stuff going around. So it's possible we could have had, like, an okay start to, like, a blue-red lesson type deck. But 4th pick, Compassionate Healer, is basically fine. I have drafted mono green once, and it was actually fairly strong. Right, you just get these big, beefy Rocklanches. You have some good synergy with like the 1/3 self-mill guy. Just kind of filling your yard with Rocklanches and filling your hand with lands. Alright, sold out. It's kind of late. Not taking Curious Farm Animals here. So I guess Earth Rumble if we want to continue building off of this green base. Earth Rumble is not that impressive, really. Especially in green-white, when most of your creatures are fairly small. I wouldn't mind picking up a Saber-Tooth Moose Lion. We could speculate on an Aang's Journey if we... wanted to maybe go into Shrines if we started picking up some late Shrines, but I'll just grab an Earth Rumble. It's fine enough. Alright, it's sort of a late The Boulder. I feel like this guy is not really as good as it looks. Maybe it doesn't even look that good either, but I don't know. I think it's fine. It's not an ally, which... So far, we don't have much that really builds off of allies, except for Allies on last, but if we are in this color pair, presumably we'll pick up some things that care about it. But I think it's enough better than Foggy Swamp Vinebender. That we want it for now. Let's see. Appa. It's okay. Fire Nation is just kind of a solid 3-drop. But it's a little bit better, I would say, on defense than offense. I don't know. I'll just grab the Sky Bison. Again, potential synergy with Shrines. Works maybe well with that 5-mana enchant, which it's possible that it wheels. It would be in the next pack, I believe. Uncle Iroh, Pillar Launch, both medium type of playables. If we pick up enough lessons, then maybe this is fine. It does work with the 4-power stuff. For the Boulder, maybe that's reason enough. Oh, okay, Invasion Tactics did come around. Which, I mean, this is the exact color pair you wanted in, so sure. Potentially rebuying it with Appa, though. Ideally, you want this to, like, often be the last card you'll play in a game, but, you know. Probably not playing any of these. Just grab I really don't like Sockets Haiku. At least when early on in the season, it had kind of good stats. What is this card? Do I just take it for 20 gems? I really don't want to really play the wrestlers. Is there any universe in which that's playable? I'm not sure. 20 gems or the Moose line. It's kind of close. I'll just take the Moose line. Just in case. Ooh. Well, there's nothing in our colors, really. Like, Earth Kingdom Protectors is good. This is maybe just good enough to ditch all of our... Oh, man. We're such an equal split between medium strength green and medium strength white. God. Feels bad. It's just so much... I think it's enough better than the Protectors that I have to take it. Alright, Great Divide Guide. Maybe there's some universe in which we, like, splash Earth Kingdom Protector, or Earth Kingdom Jailer, I mean. Yeah. Let's see. Sort of tough pick here. Sentries is okay. Quench if we want to, like, kind of commit. Or even Watery Grasp. I think Watery Grasp is definitely less good if you're not like a more defensive type of deck that's good at waterbending. Oh god, Avatar's Wrath. This is getting a little bit gross. This is a very good card, especially if we had been in the more, just like this streamlined green-white. That's not where we are at the moment. Unless we want to totally abandon this Legend of Kurik. It's very awkward. If we have hardly any 2-drops, I don't know. Another, alright, white is clearly open. And blue less so. I don't think we can double... Honestly, I don't know what's happening. This draft is getting a bit sloppy. Badger Mole. Yeah, we could have had a very just good streamlined green-white. I mean, we still kind of have it. We only missed out on like the one drop, I guess. It's not impossible to splash this maybe if we got, right, Great Divide Guide sort of does it by itself. It's not really where we want to be, but I don't know. I think for now, Aang's Journey. We hardly need 2 drops. Invasion Tactics, 0 2 drops. It's not exactly the best combination. Like maybe we are just gonna be straight tricolor. Let's see, is this a Saga, Lesson, or Shrine? Alright, Azula. Could just look for more 2 drops to add to the board. Maybe we're just splashing white for like the... Do like a Benevolent Spirit, but I'm not waterbending all that effectively right now. This is just some solid early interaction. We have a lot of 3 drops. Kyoshi Battle Fan. Benevolence, but that does help us with water bending. We're a little bit lacking in just like raw power. Take this to make the splash of the jailers easier. Right now, I think that's the plan I'm on, but yeah. First time flyer. We don't have very many lessons. Spraying the Quench. Alright, that's a lesson we can play. Compassionate Healer out. Probably Glider Kids out. Sort of a late firebending lesson. It's not really the deck for any of these. Take another lesson. Right, Op is out. Happy to pick up probably a Watery Grasp now. That seems fine. Over an Ostrich Horse. It's sort of like an Ostrich Horse as well, but we're sort of lacking in just like interaction. Another Earth Rumble. think this would have come out better if we hadn't let ourselves be baited exactly by this Legend of Kuruk. Like, I don't hate where we ended up, but yeah, I think it would have been a little better just had it been a more streamlined white-green. See if we can't get at least a couple wins from this. This is the best of 3 queue because I'm trying to win. I just need one more play-in point to get 20. So 4, 5, 6, 7 white sources. That's too many. I can probably go down to 6, 5 maybe. I think this is probably okay. Pillar launch is very medium. This thing's also a little bad. I don't know. We have a lot of just middling strength cards. It's not crazy to play 16 lands with like this thing. Invasion tactics certainly not at its best here. We have 9 allies. We do have 1 flying ally. It's sort of nice. We do have a slightly evasive ally here. Yeah. Is it worth bringing this in over like a badger mole or something? Badger mole is really not doing much for us. 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, what did I just bring in? I thought I brought in the White Lotus. What did I click? Well, if we're playing this many lands, maybe we just want to glider kids as well. 3, 4, 5, 6, 6-ish white sources. We get this thing is pretty medium. So the thing about this format is because it's so much of the power is weighted towards bombs, I do think you need to be willing to just kind of like totally dive into new color if you see a bomb, like we did at the start of Pack 2. But sometimes it has the potential to be a little bit awkward. This is not an amazing hand. I don't think we can mulligan it. There we go. Still can't play anything, but, you know. little awkward he's not an ally. I'm compelled up this thing for 1 mana. Next turn we can maybe Invasion Tactics, and then the Earthbender too. I think that's maybe a fine target for allies at last. Sure, stick for it. Earth Rumble. Fight, fight, and then allies at last while he's tapped out. For 1. So we could make more creatures to, then if we draw a land, that's just more things getting pumped by Invasion Tactics. Or we could just try and get this up to the 4 power ASAP. I think we're trying to go wide. I sort of want to close this game out sooner rather than later, and there's a good chance the boulder dies anyway. Okay, Origin of Metal Bending. Don't mind that so much. I think we still can Invasion Tactics. I think we immediately draw our card back unless he wants to chump, and I don't mind a chump. Quench. Could have tried to play around Quench, but well, if that's getting quenched, then we can probably resolve this if we ever draw another blue source. Get a quench of our own, sure. Oh man, our poor old mana base. Like, we could go for lethal here, of course, with the Origin of Metal Bending. I don't think we want to do that. What you got? Okay. Sure. It's kind of good. Now we can force this chump. Is that just lethal? Alright, so happy to take that game. Our opponent didn't do much, which is good. Mana base looking very awkward, obviously. Oops. there's any obvious changes for us to make, so just send it back. Ninja Bruce. Hey, the natural. Sneep. Fortune Teller, 1 to block this, 2 it means we can leave a quench without suspicion because of the flu. I think that is worth doing here. Now we can flyer and 1 mana out if we don't draw land, which we didn't. Alright, I don't know why. Tap this out of green. I guess because of water damage. Let's just try and hit our land drop. No land drop. Even if he pumps this, we can look to block and then... I think I block the flyer. If he activates, then maybe I'll respond. I'll get a little bit harmed if he has a trick, but maybe we shouldn't have gone for it. But I do want to get this Spirit Glider off the table. Ooh, that's bad. Alright. Put that on Venom. We're really lacking lands here. Not playing this one particularly well. Playing a little too fast. Kind of sloppy. Maybe he just totally floods out and, you know. Interesting he didn't attack there. Huh. Earth Rumble, once again, not looking very impressive. Definitely falling behind here. We'll take this trade pretty happily, so kind of glad he offered that. I'm just gonna be dead in the air pretty fast here. Unfortunately. For a land, I guess. It's not land. Take the decent-ish trades when we can find them. Probably just gonna have to blow up the meteor sword. Yeah. We could Earthbending Lesson. And then if we draw land, then we could Earth Rumble. And we could blow up the sword, Earth Rumble, fight the land against the Spirit Glider. Like, I think we have to try and play to win. Taking that type of line, I suppose. Maybe he gets a little bit scared and stays back. What you got? And that's pretty good, actually. I think we should hold up this thing, at least for a turn. Yeah, Earth Rumble's looking very bad there. I don't know that we have anything better. Honestly, I'd be happy with 2 wins with his deck. If we can go 3 for 3, obviously that'd be great, but... Yep. Opponent just kind of flooded out a bit at the end there, but... yeah. We take those. I'm going to try and slow down this next game a little bit. I think, made a few suboptimal plays there just from rushing through. Play 2 over 3 colors, turn 2, turn 4. Good enough. that trade, or offer the trade rather. I think we need more forests. Can potentially fight the Judy. Definitely fighting the Judy now. Two. If we can pressure him enough, then it's going to be hard for him to get value with the Trebuchet. It's interesting that he's playing it in black-green. So they're definitely... like, there's enough mono-black cards that get value from this that it's... you know, it's not that crazy. So we can Invasion Tactics, probably draw a card right away, unless he wants to, like, double chump. Or we can just get this guy out there. Cannot activate it right away, whereas if we played it next turn, we could activate it right away. Just draw off the board. Like we're still going to be able to draw a card off this, most likely. And doing it this way means that we have two more attackers benefiting from the pump. Potentially. Let's see what he wants to do. Yeah, I think we just go for it. You're gonna have to show me. I would accept a double block if he wants to. I mean, I still get the pump. I don't get to draw, but... you know. I'll take it. There's one card in hand. Trebuchet looking quite bad here. You may double block, you may jump. Sure. 10, 8. So yeah, this Vine Bender becomes quite threatening then. Currently he has no blocks on the Vine Bender. Or we could activate this. I don't think we need to prioritize water bending this thing. Because it's already a 2-turn clock. Doesn't really change much. We just attack with both of these. Force the chump. Even if we have a removal spell, then we create another lethal threat on the forest. he has a sweeper or something. That's his best way to get back into the game. Alright. Anything that it makes sense to bring in? Not really. I'm just going to switch until I guess there's a chance he doesn't play anything turn 3 either. That's not so scary. And I would have punched it first. He's off it. Yeah, his deck did not look very strong. There's a lot more like variance in these best of 3 queues. Because it's not, I guess it's not based on your MMR, or it doesn't display your rank in any case, so sometimes you are up against somewhat weaker competition, which is fine. Right. Basically covered our entry fee. Not quite, but yeah. All right, let's go for 3 wins here. So you usually pick up around 100 gems worth of cards in the draft, and then 3 packs is another 100 gems or so. Yeah. Okay, offered colors. Do we have to send this back on the draw? We have 6 white sources. I think we have to keep back this guy. Start with the top land. We'll find a spot for the fills, I'm sure. Would I use it here? I think so. There's a good chance he doesn't block anyway. In case we just get in 2 damage for free. At the price of telegraphing the trick. Maybe just look to beat down. We were on the draw, right? So he missed a land. Land drop. Try and take advantage of the stumble a little bit. If we get to untap with Origin of Metal Bending protection. Jailer, that would have been nice, but alas. Just continue trying to pressure. Missed another land drop, so. Found his fourth land. Alright, that's a good one. Just pump the brakes a bit. Although, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna attack. Because it's free anyway. And I will take this. Just while he's tapped out and everything, and before he starts getting counter value. That's fine. Next turn, we're likely going to want to activate this anyway, so we wouldn't be able to hold up Origin of Metal Bending. We're just trying to close out the game before he can kind of draw out of this too easily. Land isn't bad because then we can Earthbend pre-combat. Do we want to play around Razor Rings by not attacking with this thing? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We do have lethal on board if he doesn't have a trick. Razor Rings isn't even that bad for me. It's a little bad. I think I will play around it. Sandbender Storm. In that case, didn't matter. Okay, possible. Okay, attack. He cannot activate this and double block, so he has no good blocks on board, at least. What you got? It's fine, once we get to resolve our flyers through the quench. Or I guess we had enough mana. Perhaps didn't matter so much. Divide guide. Sort of irrelevant on this board. Not blocking if he wants to attack. We is it better to let him potentially redraw this, or to just clear it in case of like airbending lesson or something? I think we leave it for now. Earth Rumble. Oh, hi. We'll start by attacking, see what he does. What you got? You did have their bending lesson. So the Earth Rumble fight is not really relevant right now. 2-2's not that relevant either. So I think we're clearly on the win in the air game plan here. That was a good one. Take 3. Practice now to use our mana better or save it for Earth Rumble value. I think we want to save it. Okay. Well, he has to have something, so let's see what he has first. Another airbender, right? Oh, I thought fire was on him. Two flyers. Continue to pass. Like maybe we should have just played into the quench here, but. Okay, that's one answer. Show me the second answer. Although, actually, yeah, no, we want to Earth Rumble first, of course. Alright, show me. Poor Legend of Karuk. Never resolved. Captives is not doing anything on board. I think we just hold up a quench here. See what he wants to do. Boulder, I think. Though then he likely has a quench of his own. Interesting. You got me. Trying to use our mana here, stem the bleeding a bit. He could have had a Yip or something. Yes, he did not. Feels correct. So good. Sure. Oh, now he has the Yip Yip? Another crunch. I think he could have played that one better. We can Boulder to get Boulder online, or we can just fight this North Pole Patrol. Yeah, Boulder online. No cards in hand. Okay. Five. Just develop our board as much as possible. Well, our deck was very medium. We didn't resolve the bomb that we messed up our whole draft board. Didn't resolve a single time. But our opponents, fortunately, weren't doing anything too busted in this particular round either. Didn't resolve this guy either. I mean, the jailers were solid. I think they paired pretty well with the double metal bending. I think this guy is good. Its stats are not good, at least on 17 lands whenever I checked a couple weeks ago. But I think if you have a fairly low curve, it's solid. It would have been better had we... I think our overall game plan would have been better had we just been straight green-white. But I don't know. This is a fine deck, and if you're not playing against anything super busted. Obviously it has the ability to pick off a couple wins, so that gets us above our 20 play point threshold, which means I'll probably be done with the best of threes in Avatar, at least for a little while. And I believe Power Cube is coming back to Arena day after tomorrow, so we'll likely just end up jamming a bunch of those. Right. Unlucky. No 40 gems in these packs, but always feels good to get 3 wins in the best of 3. And we'll be back tomorrow for another draft. GG's.